So welcome to my SQL series. Now we are moving from SQL basics to intermediate. So in this one we are going to see primary key, number of ways to create primary keys, okay. And next auto increment. This one is going to be a bit interesting one. So please watch it. Okay, delete versus truncate and interview questions on delete and truncate. So let's begin and do some hands-on. See how to create a primary key in a table. Okay, for this we have to write a query. Like here I have written a query, create table employees. So while creating a table we can create a primary key. Okay, so here you can see the employee ID has been marked as primary key. So in this particular employees table, employee ID is the primary key, and there should be only one primary key in a table. Okay, so let us create this table and see whether the primary key has been created or not. So let me run this. Okay, so if I describe this table, employees, so you can see the primary key has been created. Okay, the employee ID is the primary key. So if you want to test it, we can test it as well. So what I have done, I have already written insert statement here. Okay, so we can use this insert statement and check. Okay, so first see, I am inserting some values in the employees table. Okay, the employee ID is 101, so just notice it. Okay, so I run it, so it has got inserted. Okay, and you can check it as well. Just select star from employees, sorry, okay, we got the table, we got the data here. Now suppose we put 101 as employee ID and just change here. Suppose I make it another name and sorry, okay, and something else. Suppose all the let it be all same. Okay, as we are going to check on the employee ID only. Okay, now if you are going to insert it, so we got an error here, like error code 1062 duplicate entry 101 for primary key. Okay, so this hasn't got inserted. So if we put here like 102, then we can insert. Okay, so we can see here again. So two records have got inserted, and this is 102 that we have added here. Fine. Okay, this is one of the way to create a primary key. So let's see another way to create primary key. So for this, let me drop this table. Okay, let me copy and paste this. Sorry, copy it so that I can use it later. Okay, so let's drop this table. Drop table employees. So the employees table has got dropped. Fine. The query of creating table here that I had copied that time. Okay, so in this case we will not add the primary key, so we'll add the primary key later. So for any case you haven't added primary key while creating the table, so there is another way to add primary key to your existing table, okay, that you have already created. So suppose I create this table. Okay, fine, the table got created. Okay, now I describe it and see there is no primary key right here. So in that case, how can we create a primary key for the existing table? This table is already existing, right? So we need to create a primary key. Okay, so in this case we will write this query. So alter table name employees. Okay, add column employee ID. Obviously it's an employee table, so we'll create a employee table, not null. Okay, then we'll add primary key employee ID. Okay, this should be the first one, right? So to write first here. Okay, sorry, it should be one data type, right? Okay, so let us run it. So now if we describe the table and see it has added here. Okay, and the key is primary. Now again you can test it in the similar way that we did earlier. Okay, so one record has got inserted. So we can see, sorry. So again we try to insert, suppose I write a name Shankar. Okay, again with 101 the employee ID, and we can change something here as well. Suppose let it be 2017. Okay, let us change it to something else, like whatever you want. Suppose 25th, sorry, no, this way, 25th. Okay, and let us try to insert with the same employee. So we got the same error. Now if we change to 102, okay, fine, so it has got inserted. We can check it as well. So fine, it has got inserted here. Okay, so we got it. In this way also we can create a primary key. So there is one more way. Suppose you have created one table, okay, that you forget to add a primary key. Okay, so let me do the same thing here. Let me copy it, okay, and drop this table, so that if we can create it again. Okay, it's already copied. So you have added employee ID while creating it. So this table is no more. Okay, I have already dropped it. So if I query it, see that the table doesn't exist. Okay, doesn't exist. Fine, the employees table is no more existing. Okay, so we'll create, okay, int and not null. Okay, we have created this employee. We are going to create the employee table, but without any primary key. Okay, in this case, okay, this thing has got created. Now you can add duplicate employee ID as well, but you want that it shouldn't be duplicate. So in this case, what you have to do, just remove this statement, this SQL query. We have added this line, add column, so no need of this column right now. Just put add primary key, alter table employees, add primary key employee ID. Okay, now run it. So if you see here, let me show you here. There is no primary key here. Okay. Now if we again do the describe, now the primary key has got added. Now you can test it in the similar way, okay, that we did earlier. Suppose I put it Raju Prasad Okay, got it inserted. Again we try to insert the same thing, we'll get an error, duplicate entry. So similar way we can change the this thing 102, okay, and change some name here, like suppose, okay, so fine, got inserted. We can check it as well. Okay, so I have shown you 3 ways to create primary key. Okay, one, just at the time of creating table we have to just add the keyword here, primary key. Okay, and if we haven't added primary key to a table, then this one, and we haven't added any primary key in the table. Okay, so the previous one, okay, just you have to add one column here. Okay, add column and so forth. Okay, fine. So these are the 3 ways. So we will see few more things. Okay, there another way to create primary key, that we can say it's called a composite primary key, that I will show you in my later videos, like in advanced level. Okay, where we can create a primary key, okay, with multiple columns as well. Okay, fine. So let us see something more. Okay, that is auto increment. Fine. So let me remove it first and drop the table. I will show you from the scratch. Okay, fine. So let's start. So to make a table auto increment, we need to add one column right here. Okay, auto increment. Okay, it can be in uppercase as well, it doesn't matter. So we'll create one table here, employee table. Okay, so same table having the same columns and all. Okay, just one field, auto increment, and if you can also add a primary key right here if you want. Anyways, it will be a kind of primary key only. Okay, now let me create it. Okay, so the table has got created. Now see, what is the specialty of this auto increment? Okay, so for auto increment, if you see, you no need to put this column again if you want to insert. Okay, it will automatically take the ID right here. So if I insert it here, so it has got inserted. Now if you run it, now see, employee ID 1, suppose you make it, suppose another name, suppose Shankar. Okay, and do it again. Now you see it, see, it's 1 2. In the similar way it will get added. Suppose I added it's James Thompson. I change something here, James, whatever. Okay, so now the third one will also. Now run it. See the table, see, it's auto included. Suppose in the earlier example when I ran this select start from employees, we put here as employee ID as 101. So we want that our employee ID will start from 101. Okay, so for that what we need to do, let me show you. Okay, let me start from the scratch, dropping the table. It will delete the entire table. Okay, so what I will do here, I will write one more thing here. Okay, auto increment equals 101. Okay, so it will start from 101. Now let me insert this value. Okay, so if you see it, it will start from 101, and suppose I change something, suppose James Cameron. Okay, okay, fine. So let me run it and you will see the result here. See, now 101 and 102. So let me show you something interesting related to this auto increment. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me insert few more values in this table. All right, so I have already created one insert script. Okay, this is multi-line insert script. Okay, so in this case you don't need to write multiple insert statement. Okay, you can see my one of my videos. Okay, where I have discussed about the multi-line insert. It is in my basic SQL basics. Okay, so let me run it. Okay, fine. So what we got here, we got this many records. Okay, so the employee ID, just notice it is here 112. Okay, so now I am going to delete the entire table. Okay, what I will do, I will write this query delete from employees. Okay, now it has got deleted, the entire table has got deleted. See, there is nothing. Now if I want to insert it again, sorry, suppose I want to insert it again, fine. Now if we see what is the employee ID here, it is 113. The last employee ID was 112, now it has created 113. Now if suppose again I am doing here, inserting this many rows again, so it has got inserted. Now if we run this select statement again, now see, it is in auto incremented, but it has started with 113. Okay, now one thing, if I do truncate. Okay, suppose I do truncate table employees. All right, so the truncate table command executed. Now if you see, there is nothing here. Now what will happen if I insert this again? So one record has got inserted. Now let us see what is in the employee. Now see, it has started from 1. So what we concluded from this, the delete do the process row by row. Okay, one by one. However, the truncate drops and recreates a table. So once it dropped and it has recreated, it didn't include the auto increment part. It has entirely restructured the table. Okay, so let me summarize you about what is the difference between delete and truncate. This is the one of the most important questions asked in the SQL interview. Even it has asked to me as well, and I have asked also to many of the candidates to whom I have interviewed. Okay, in the backend roles. Okay, let us see. So let us discuss about the difference between delete and truncate. So if you see the core operations, delete process row one by one, whereas truncate drops and recreates a table structure. In case of where clauses, delete supports the where clause to filter specific rows, whereas truncate cannot use a where clause, and it always removes everything. With case of performance and speed, delete is slow because it logs every deleted row. Okay, so truncate is extremely fast because it bypasses individual row logging, so it don't log anything in the case of truncate. Okay, so we can't get any transaction log in case of truncate. So auto increment IDs, delete maintains the counter, next insert continue from where it left off, that I have shown in the example. Okay, and truncate resets the counter and next insert starts back at 1. Okay, that we have already seen in the example. Now rolling back transaction, delete can be undone using rollback within a transaction. However, you can't do rollback in truncate. Okay, foreign keys constraint. See, delete works normally unless restricted by a specific foreign key rule. However, truncate will fail if the table is referenced by a foreign key constraint. Okay, so in case of triggers, delete fires an associated before delete or after delete triggers. See, truncate does not fire any triggers because it bypasses the rows entirely. So these are the differences between the delete and truncate. So I hope it will help you in the interview as well, and you have also seen the practical. Okay, so if you like my video, please share it with your friends and do subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you very much for watching it. Bye bye.